This is going to make me sound crazy, but I'm going to try to give you as much information as it's going to take so it makes sense. The wealthy don't want to go to Mars. The wealthy want to live forever. At least the ultra wealthy want to live forever. The only way they can do that is by finding a way to merge consciousness, human consciousness, with technology that can last forever as long as it is maintained, at least forever in this Earth experience we're living in. The reason why, now this is, I'm saying this is years in the making. The reason why homelessness is being criminalized, the reason why rent prices are going up, the reason why jobs are not hiring or paying properly, the reason why all of this anti-human rights stuff is happening is so the wealthy can replace the middle class that they've created and then place them beneath the poverty class and create a class of people that is justified in being dehumanized. Whether that's the houseless, whether that's those in prison, whether that's those who are, need some kind of support and they aren't getting it, so they're reacting in a way that gets them punished. Like, we are creating a slave class right now. And what's even scarier about that is I don't know how many of you guys do any kind of research on indigenous history. And I don't know if how many of you guys heard the news story about how many of the indigenous children were found beneath a Catholic school in like Canada or some shit. A brief history, at least my understanding, is that as these children were stripped from their communities and their tribes, they were taken and used in human experiments. And some of those human experiments are the reason why we have the nutritional standards that we have today. Mind you, this was a class of people that was justified to be dehumanized under the guise or the sake of manifest destiny and the desire to create this white man's America. Do you see how people can become demons when you just turn their perspective to justifying atrocious acts? Okay? How does this all connect? Wealthy people are not only creating a slave class, but they're creating a class of people that you can justify in dehumanizing as long as you can meet the social standard and the social acceptability window, which is increasingly closing. So they can justify doing human experiments, attempting to turn human beings into cyborgs, or at least attempting to figure out how to merge the AI technology with human beings, discarding all the people that they, fail upon. But it's okay because they were already homeless, or they were already neurodivergent, or they were already gay, or they were already this. Are you seeing? Is it starting to make sense now? Why they get you, everyday people, to hate other everyday people? Because one day we're going to need you to sell out other everyday people to be used in experiments for projects that are ridiculous that wealthy people want to try. But they don't want to try on themselves because they're only going to try it on themselves when it's successful and when it's at a point where only they can access this kind of technology. And then they enslave the rest of us to make sure that this is a reality that they only have access to for as long as possible. While getting us to continue to allow the process of this happening by saying that, oh, you're going to have VR worlds to go to and you're going to have AI servants that you can talk to. You're going to have little humanoid Alexas serving you. No, none of that's real, bro. I'm starting to realize like none of this None of this AI wave shit is real for any of us, everyday people. If you aren't a millionaire right now, bro, I'm telling you, like, you might not be a human in the next 20 years.